it is expected that mostly all of you guys are going to fail. When I was preparing my speech, my original speech, I went and ran some statistics from the University of Chicago about African American males and their success ratios. What I found was extremely, extremely disturbing. I'm going to read a couple of them to you. First of all, it says here, only 41% of black men graduate from high school in the United States. Now, of that, in Chicago, here in the city of Chicago, only 30% of black males graduate from high school. And of that 30%, only 3% of them obtain a bachelor's degree by the time they're 25. What this is saying, fellas, is that out of all you guys here, maybe one of you guys is going to get a college degree. Now, it gets even more disturbing. It says here that 1 in 3 black men between the ages of 20 and 29 years old is under correctional supervision or control, which means 33% of you guys are going to likely wind up in some type of jail, some type of prison. Then it says that of all black males, 29% can expect to spend time behind bars. And for every 3 black men in college, 4 black men are in prison. Does that make you guys mad? Does that piss you off? You guys could make a change. You guys could be the one that shoves it. You guys can be the ones that changes these statistics. Every one of you guys can go to college. Every one of you guys can get straight A's. Every one of you guys can be pillars of your community. Don't let me tell you where you're going to be. Don't let it happen. I'm telling you, for me, for yourself, do not let this happen. I want everybody to say a quotation for me. It's something I used to always say whenever I tried to feel as if I was down or felt like I wasn't in charge of my life. I want you to repeat after me. I am in control of my destiny.
I am in control of my destiny.
Say it one more time.
I am in control of my destiny.
You know what that means? That means that the only person that can make you fail, the only person that can make you succeed is you. You cannot blame it on the white folks. You can't blame it on Asian folks. It's all about you. You have to be accountable for your own actions. Okay, now I'm probably going a little too long. I didn't plan to talk this long. Let me just. I'm gonna wrap this up in a few seconds. All right, before I leave you guys, I want to give you guys a few tips of what to expect over the next few months. You guys are right now in the 8th grade. You're at the top of your class. You're running the show. You're at the top. Next 3 months is going to be a big difference. Big difference. You are going to be at the bottom of the barrel. You're going to be freshmen. You're going to be the new kids on the block. You're going to be in a different environment. You're going to be in a new building. You're going to have to make new friends, meet new people. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy at all. It was hard for me. When you get there, there's going to be a lot of things called peer pressure. People are going to be trying to convince you to do things that you really don't want to do, but you're going to be trying to fit in because you want to make friends. When I was in high school, the big thing was there was a Snoop Doggy Dogg song called Gin and Juice, and everybody in my high school, that was like what they were trying to do. Everybody was trying to go somewhere, smoke marijuana, and drink gin and lemonade. And I was always propositioned to do those kind of things. I was always asked to go, come on man, let's go rob the store, let's do this. But you know, my response was always, no man, I'm straight, I'm not gonna do that. That's not what I wanna do, it's not about me. Because see, I had a goal, I had a vision, it was something I wanted. I wanted to live in a nice house. I'm still focused on my goal, I'm still trying to do my work. I'm not gonna let somebody influence me to do something that's gonna hinder me from achieving my goal. And it was hard, you know, I lost a lot of friends because of that. I was called a lame, I was called a dork, I was called a Deacon Bonaparte. I was called that. I think I forgot about you. It was hard. But you have to stay focused. And if you have a goal for yourself, if you have a goal for your life, you're shooting for something, it'll be easy for you to say no and dismiss that type of pressure. The final thing is, you guys are going to have to start becoming accountable for yourselves. See, up until this point, your teachers have kind of held your hand, they've coached you along the way. You know, they make sure you do your homework, make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. When you get to high school, that's going to change. See, the average teacher in high school sees about 200 students a day. They don't have time to hold your hand. They don't have time to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. If you don't do your homework, fine. Okay, you get a 0. You don't study for your exams, you just get an F. You don't come to class, that's easy, unexcused absence. You can drop off for all they care. So you have to have that self-motivation. You have to want to do your work. You have to want to study. You have to have that drive. You have to have that charisma. And that's why it's so important for you to have a goal. Because if you don't have any goal, if you're not shooting for anything, you're just going to be floating like a feather blowing in the wind. You're not going to care. And you're going to wind up flunking out or dropping out. And that's just the bottom line. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up because you guys got to get your diplomas. I just want to read off one special quote from W.E.B. Du Bois back in 1861. It kind of ties in everything that I've been trying to tell you guys. Okay, here it is. Now is the accepted time, not tomorrow, not some more convenient season. It is today that our best work can be done, and not some future day or future year. It is today that we fit ourselves for the greater usefulness of tomorrow. Today is the seed time. Now are the hours of work, and tomorrow comes the harvest and the playtime. Young people, if you work hard now, if you put all your energy, your blood, sweat, and tears into what's in front of you, into your education, I promise you that you will reap mass rewards in the future. Congratulations to the class of 2010. Thank you very much.
Mr. Bonaparte, we just like to, at Gillespie, thank you